Alright y'all, man, what's going on? This is your boy Ro, just chilling. We back at it again with another video, and today we have a review of the Razer Raiju V3 Pro. So if you guys like this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow Ro Just Chilling Live, subscribe to that channel too, and make sure you follow me on Twitch, where we just play different games and have a good time, play fighter games, play whatever game I like. But today I do want to do a review on the Razer Raiju V3 Pro. So let me tell you about this controller, right? So I have recently got this controller not too long ago. I did probably like a whole day to test this thing with 3D fighters, 2D fighters, and the main question of this video is this controller good for fighting games? So after, you know, playing Street Fighter 6, and I play a little bit of DOA, and I play a little bit of Tekken, but mainly Street Fighter 6. That's what I want to talk to you guys about. And the video, the gameplays that you'll see in between cuts, I am showing off some of the Street Fighter gameplay that I had playing and whatnot. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you my thoughts. So the first thing you notice with the Razer Raiju, right? So there's two different modes with this D-pad. So you got the 4-way mode and you got the 8-way mode. 8-way mode is basically for fighting games, and 4-way mode is definitely is for like games if you playing like Call of Duty, or if you was playing like Gears of War and whatnot. So that way you could just go ahead and just switch weapons or whatnot. But we are mainly talking about the 8-way. So basically the one thing I do like about this D-pad, I like how, you know, you don't get diagonals by accident, which is great to me. I really like the fact that, you know, they made it to where it's more accurate and it's more tactile, but also it also has a pivot, which I like. It has a pivot just like the Razer version 2 of the what you call it, of the D-pad. But I can say one thing I don't like about this D-pad, and I'm gonna give you my honest thought about this D-pad, the cons of it, right? And it's only one con actually, and the one thing I kind of don't like about this D-pad sort of a bit, and that's why it kind of make me, you know, want to stick to arcade sticks a little bit on that type of side, is because with this controller, like sometimes when you do, let's say if you play like the charge character, right, and you know how like those old school arcade fight pads, you have like a very like loose and nice feeling pivot. This has an accurate pivot, but the problem is sometimes, let's say like for me, for example, I play C Viper and I trying to do my cancel, and then I end up doing something by accident, or I can't really get my tiger knee motion out, and this is only probably for like an online thing and whatnot, or have more control of C Viper, because C Viper is the type of character you have to have control, and you have to have the mental space to do everything you're supposed to do. And that's why I play her on stick, because she's so much easier on stick. Because I tried playing her on levelless and it was it was breaking my finger. But the one thing I do say is I could get her seismic toss down to a T, I can get her cancel to a T, but when I'm trying to do like her short burning kick or whatnot, sometimes I'll get an accidental input where I just press down and it just super jumps. So one thing I can say is when you're prepared to use this D-pad, it's good. Like let's say if you playing a Shoto, or if you was playing like a command grab character like Zangief or even Manon, those type of characters, this is good for this D-pad. But if you're planning on playing C Viper, just know it's going to take time to practice, because I made a new account on my Street Fighter 6, and most definitely I started out from bronze, but most likely I have pretty much went to all the way to Diamond 5. I could have went to Master, but I lost to a guy. But we're getting off topic here. So one thing I could say that's good too, if you're a type of person that plays on analog stick, of course you'll have the TMR sticks, which is basically you don't have to deal with stick drifts. And I know how people feel about PlayStation 5 stick drifts, and it's ugly, it's not fun, and sometimes if you break something, then that means you have to buy another controller or get it fixed some way, somehow. But for TMR sticks, more accurate, more smooth. I like the analog sticks for those that play analog stick on Street Fighter. But also, this controller can go up to 2,000 polling rate if you're playing on PC. And I can say, like, as far as the accuracy on it, and if you playing 120 frames or more on your PC, it runs like smooth. I can tell you that. Now that is the best thing about this controller, because when you play on, let's say if you're a PlayStation 4 player or controller player, and you're trying to get that the delay down, you most likely will have some type of heavy delay. But when you play this, you don't have to worry about downloading the software, like one of those softwares like the Battle Beaver ones where you have to change the polling rate and do all that. This already comes once you go to the Razer website and download Synapse. I can't even pronounce the word on there, so my apologies. But it shows you how to map your buttons. It shows you that you can set your buttons to anywhere you want, and it's great. I pretty much like those features within controllers. GameServe's doing it, Razer's doing it, a lot of controller companies doing it, FlyDigi, all of them are doing it. The one thing I also kind of like and dislike at the same time with this controller is the left bumper, and L1, R1. I love the way where you could change the switches on it. I love that feature because you could get more of accurate input, like when you press down and it quickly release, which is great for shooters and fighting games. But mainly we talk about fighting games. Let's say you try to do DI on time, boom, you're gonna get that junk real quick. Because every time I reacted to a DI in Street Fighter 6, I've just be so amazed of doing that, because playing on pad with Street Fighter 6, it's GOAT. I ain't gonna lie. Another thing, like the hate part that I do want to talk about around this area is the extra 2 buttons. I feel like with these 2 buttons, I feel like they should have at least put a little bit inward, because sometimes, let's say if I'm trying to do standing heavy punch to a cancel and I'm trying to get that combo, sometimes like this button gets in the way. Luckily I got nothing mapped on it, so which is a good thing, but at the same time sometimes it feels like it could get in the way. Another thing that I do love about this controller is the size of this controller. So I'm gonna compare you to the PS5 controller. Oops, I was about to pull the cord by accident. See, as you can see, Razer is a little slightly bigger. It's a little slightly bigger in certain angles, but as you can see, they're about the same. But I love like the feel of thick controllers. Pause. Okay, so one thing I don't like about the PS5 controller when it comes to fighting games is, of course, the D-pad itself. Except for when you play 3D fighters. That's my opinion. I like playing Tekken 8 on this D-pad, but I like this D-pad a lot better for 3D fighters, because I feel like you get more accurate inputs, and you can do quarter circles, or you could do waves and wave dashes a lot more easier than all the other stuff. So I appreciate this D-pad a lot. And then of course you got the extra buttons on the back. It comes with the Razer, it comes with a big old case. It comes with the the convex, it's in the concave analog stick. So if you want to try changing it, you can. For all the people that's not really into concave analog sticks like that, which is great. And then on top of that, it also comes with a screwdriver just in case you don't want those type of buttons in the back, and you can set it or map it. So I mean, I'm not gonna really take this off because there's no point for me, because I might just be chilling just with the buttons on the back. I already got comfortable with it already, so it's just like it's no point. And let's see, the buttons, I forgot to mention the buttons. Buttons feel absolutely good. I love how the buttons feel. It's very tactile. It's not like, you know, like with the rubbers where it's just mash everywhere. Feel kind of mashy and mushy, but this feels more tactile, and I like those type of buttons. I once had a PS4 controller with Battle Beaver, and I put those type of buttons on it, and it felt really great, and it felt different. So I think that's why I'm kind of addicted to like these type of buttons. So I glad they did this. Another thing I can say about this controller is it's PS5 official. You know, you don't need a brick converter. You don't need to do this and that and change all of this, because I know a lot of people have that moment where they need to change, which is okay. But I'll say, for so far, I like, you know, I just like how you can switch to PS5 without having to deal with any hassles and whatnot. So I got, you know, the PS5 right there, as you can see, and then on top of that, and I got my PC, which I'm recording on right now. I prefer to play PC, and since Evo's doing that, you know, those 9 tournaments, so to speak, you know, I hope players can play on PC more, because PS5 is just not cutting it for fighting. Sorry, that's just my opinion, but I'm getting off topic again. But yeah, so if you guys are looking to start, if you guys are already comfortable with pad, or you know, you want to play a good controller, you could try this controller out, see how you feel. But at the same time, like, you know, maybe your preference is Victrix Pro BFG, who knows, with the diamond shape D-pad. But to be, in my opinion, I had got that controller at one point in my life. I had got the Xbox one, and the one thing I don't like about the Victrix is that the D-pad keeps getting loose every time you switch it. Like this controller, you see how this is consistently stay put. The Victrix, sometimes when you play on it, they have it to where the switches is like under where you grab your fingers, and it slides off, and then next thing you know, the whole controller is loose. And I kid you not, like, bro, that is the most frustrating thing ever. Because one time I was playing Tekken or Street Fighter, I think I was playing Street Fighter, and I was playing an Akuma rank match. That junk kind of messed me up, but luckily I won that match. But I kind of hate it because it kind of throws you off, and sometimes the Victrix controller will throw you off, and then you got to constantly do updates after updates. This controller only did one update, and it was just smooth. I like it. But I can say, as far as like D-pad wise, too, I almost forgot to mention, like, the one thing I like I said before, that I kind of hate about this D-pad is sometimes it can get stiff depending on what character you're playing and what you're doing and how hard you can press. If you're the type of person that can press a button like real soft, then it shouldn't be an issue at all. It shouldn't be an issue. But if you're the type of person that is like heavy-handed like me, sometimes it can throw you off, and then sometimes you don't want to, you know, press the D-pad from the middle, because the middle makes the whole controller feel stiff. So you have to get used to it, and you have to retrain your mind how to use it. It's not like how you play like an Xbox 360 controller, and where the pivot is like in the middle and you could just move around with it. It's not like as smooth, but the D-pad is supposed to be more accurate, especially if you have it on 8-way mode. So just be mindful of that. And yeah, I think that's all I have to cover. Yeah, so if you guys are willing to pay, like, sorry, my nose is running, if you're willing to pay $170 for a controller, be my guest. but this is a good controller so far. I feel like it's worth the investment. I feel like it's really good for shooters too. But fighting games, I think it's pretty cool for fighting games, depending on what character you play. But if you try, all right, sorry about that. I accidentally stopped recording my video. But if you play charged characters, I'm gonna just let you know this right now. You might have a hard time with this D-pad. So if you try to play charged characters, you might as well play stick, because it's hard to play charged characters on pad. If you're playing Shotos, if you play grapplers, if you play characters that doesn't have charge moves, then you're good to go. So that's all I need to say to you, and yeah, that's pretty much about it. So if you guys like this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe. Pretty much we're just going to go ahead and get into it and whatnot. And oh yeah, and I got one big news. So this Friday, I will be streaming Resident Evil 9 Requiem on the Road Just Chilling live channel, so stay tuned for that. I will post more high quality content on this channel, of course, because, you know, I haven't posted on here in a minute, so we just gonna get back into the mode, the mix of grinding, you know what I'm saying? So if you guys like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, follow me on my social links down below, and I'll see you guys.